I've been playing Tekken for about a year now. So when the game came out, and as some of you may know, I've been maining Dragunov. Why? Before Tekken 8, I've never played any other Tekken before, so I don't have any experience in playing Tekken. But one of the YouTubers that I was watching around this time was Afro Senju, and I was watching his journey and how he was getting better on Tekken. And one of the characters that he was using was Dragunov, but recently I've gotten bored of Dragunov. He's just not doing it for me anymore. But there's one character who, even if you haven't played Tekken before, you know who it is.
Devil Jin.
So in this video, I'm giving myself 100 games to master Devil Jin and see how high I can push in ranked. I'll be showing the things I did to improve and any tips that I learned on the way. But besides that, let's go. I wanted to give you guys a nice edited version of this fight, but I literally played like hard jerky. Like you can literally see from this game, I'm missing whiffs, I'm not punishing anything, and overall I just have no game sense. And another weird thing that I realized when I was playing this, right, I was almost scared to press anything. I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't want to press anything. Like literally right there, that's launch punishable, and I just watched him. I was doing okay. I was doing some 1-1-2s here. I was doing some strings here and there. Most of the matches that I'm playing right now, they all time out. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's because I'm pressing way less, but it feels like to me like the rounds are way longer than when it was with Dragunov. And I don't know if that's a good thing. And I'm missing basic things like whiff and house sweeps. And I thought I was cool, so I was doing some fake electrics. You know, like I finally read him, and then I just whiffed combo. And of course at this point, I literally know no combo. So whenever I'm launching him, apart from while standing one and the house sweeps, I literally have no other combos. Like I even low parried him, but I did not mean to do that at all. Yeah, one thing I'm noticing in this game, and even in the other ones you'll see, that whenever I block low, I always go for a wall rising one. That even if they're -12, I'll still go for a -15. Now with these things in mind, I went to my next game with high hopes, and it flopped. I lost both sets of the 3-set match, and the things that were prevalent in the last game are still here in this game. You know, no punishing, no combos, no whiffs. And it makes sense because I'm not gonna fix all of these things even though I'm aware of them, and that's where labbing comes in, but we'll talk about that later. One thing that's annoying in this game, one string that was always launching me, and at the time I didn't know why. Looking back, it's probably because it's a counter, and if you don't know what a counter hit is when you hit your opponent while they're starting an attack. Meaning when this Nina was going for a low, I was pressing a button, but that's what was launching me. So yeah, while I'm gathering these few games, it's things I need to improve on. It's the overall game knowledge, you know, not pressing at the wrong time, and knowing what my opponent moves does. We'll bring this on to the next 8 games. Of course, it'll be boring if I show you each game, so instead, I'm just going to show you the highlights.
It's you fucking crazy. It's you fucking crazy.
What I'm hoping that you see in the 8 games is that even though I'm hot and garbage, I still have a solid foundation from when I used to play Dragunov. I have some idea of how frame data works, and because I have this foundation, is what allowed me to actually win some of those games. But I'm in orange rank. As I progress into the higher ranks, it's going to become way harder, which brings us on to phase 2, the cheat code. So right now, you're watching me unbox a hitbox controller. For some reason, I throw away these 2 things, but I'm sure I'll need them in the future, to be honest. Here we go. This is the cheapest hitbox controller you could buy on the internet. Because if you guys don't know, hitbox controllers are extremely expensive. Like the prices are genuinely crazy, like an official PS5 one. So I had to go to the dodgy websites, AliExpress, in order to find the cheapest hitbox controller. I'm just clicking a few buttons, you know, trying to get some cinematic shots, acting like I know what I'm doing, and also don't mind that little bit of dust that was on the bottom. But to go with the controller, I started playing a game called Osu, which is a game where you click circles while listening to music. I feel like I'm explaining a lot of things in this video. I've heard that Osu actually helps with reaction times, so I thought maybe that could work with getting better at Devil Jin. And also, Osu is just a fun game in general. With these 2 cheat codes, that's gonna hopefully help me improve. I went straight to the practice arena. Yo, how I make this shit work? Wait, you mean to tell me I need to learn these combos with this controller? I really underestimated how hard this was gonna be. I didn't want to get the hitbox controller and then be hot dookie for the next like 10 minutes of the video. I knew I had to take this step by step. So the first thing I did was try to learn some tech. So I looked at these videos, trying to learn wave dashes, trying to learn electrics, and then we can see the progress that's made. Oh. Hold on. Whoa, my electrics wasn't looking like that, huh? I'm not lying to you guys. I was exaggerating when I was calling this a cheat code. I didn't think that this was gonna be that good. This is like the first hour of me playing. I wasn't doing electrics on this on controller. Okay, so I've been trying to learn how to do this wave dash for like the past 30 minutes. And I know how to do it with 2 fingers, but the guy in the video said that it doesn't matter how fast it is. It just matters that you do it consistently. And that looks pretty consistent to me. But obviously, I'm doing this with both hands. Yeah, this really wasn't that hard to learn, to be honest. You just have to find the rhythm of it. Boom, electrics done, wave dashing basically done. There's also a thing called Korean backdash, but I don't think that's really that important to learn. When that comes to hard part, learning combos. So yeah, at this point, I was spending more than 2 hours trying to learn combos. Like, it was starting to get to my head. And I got to a point where I started singing sad songs. I don't care how long it takes. Keeps on calling but eventually, I got in the end. And after I learned the first combo, it wasn't that hard to learn the other ones. I just did that. So again, I went into game 11 with high hopes. With the electrics and the movement, I was sure that it's going to be GG's from here. For the opponent, of course. Oh, what happened to my training? Oh, everyone punish. Oh yeah, let's try the wave dash. Oh yeah, look at wave dash. Oh. No, my training. Oh. No, please. No, please. No, please. No, what's he doing? No. I can't believe that. What happened to me in the lab? I was going crazy. And why is he leaving? I played my next few games and it was still the same result, having L after L. And I was thinking, I'm never leaving this rank. I even made a Word document, all Devil Jin's most common moves to keep reminding myself. One thing I underestimated was that I was basically learning a whole new controller. The controller itself isn't hard to use. It's like when you first start using the controller, it's completely new to you, and that's what this controller is for me. I thought as soon as I get this controller, I was gonna start winning, I was gonna start climbing easily. This was gonna be a quick 10-15 minute video, but no, it's only game 20 and this is how far I've gotten. And I hate to admit it, but it took me a couple of games to see some rank gainage. But when I did climb, I kept climbing. And this is when I realized that in these lower ranks, the people here are actually trash. Smash.
What did he say?
Lovely Tom's craving.
And lovely Tom too.
Out of pocket for that shit.
As you guys just saw, I got Shinryu. But to those who don't even know what Shinryu is, good image. This one. Snip, snip, snip. Let me get a good color. So yeah, this is Tekken 8's rank system, and it's different to other games. Like say for example in Valorant or in Warzone, they normally have bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And Tekken is similar, but they just do it in colors. So orange, which is what I started in, is bronze. Red is silver. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Orange is bronze. There you go. Hopefully you can understand that. Red is silver, purple is gold, and blue is platinum, and then everything else would be diamond and whatever it is in other games. Realistically speaking, I'm aiming for blue because I already have Dragonov on purple, and I think blue is more realistic for me to get, so that's what I'll be aiming for in this video. Normally, when you first start playing Tekken, you'll start at like beginner, first down, whatever, but since I have Dragonov at purple, I started at orange, because if you get a high rank on one character, when you play a new character, it just starts you out earlier one. If you're below orange and you're stuck at below orange, you should just give up, I can't lie, or just come to me for coaching. You guys have seen what I'm capable of. Right now, it's a race to get to purple in the least amount of games, just so I have more games to reach blue. The people I'm fighting in red rank are basically the same level as I was fighting in orange. There was even an Alyssa that was using easy controls. Yeah, I kept winning games, progressing slowly to purple, until eventually I versed a Kazuya, who is a Mishima. I was like giving a whole 10-minute explanation on a Mishima. Mishimas are a set of 5 characters that are the hardest to play, minus Jin. But because of that reason, I love versing Mishimas. Everything they do is somewhat calculated. Obviously, I'm still at red rank, so they're not going to be that good, but they're still way better than the other people I versed in red rank. Everything was going great, and then I lost my win streak to a drag. In my next game, I came against the Law. Even though I won the best out of 3, he still won the game, and it was very difficult for me to counter him, and I wanted to throw my whole hitbox on my screen because the way that he was playing was very spammy. What I mean by that is he was using the same moves over and over again, and I didn't know how to counter it. Besides Lord, there's loads of other characters like that, like Hwoarang and Alyssa. They are spammy characters. So after the Law game, every time I lost a game against someone, I watch their replays now just so I know how to counter them, because they play so brain dead, but I just don't know how to counter them. Eventually, I did get the purple. Right now, I want to show you the first game that I played since I've entered purple, just so you can understand the skill level I'm at right now. And it turns out this was one of the most intense games I've played so far. And to make it even worse, it was against an Alyssa. And don't mind that at the bottom, I forgot to record the game. The game starts with me doing some nice reads, some nice punishes, and some actually good combos. The combos that I learned in the practice arena are basically second nature to me, so I'm rarely ever dropping combos, but I don't know if the combos are optimal. You'll see later in this match, there are certain situations where I feel like a different combo would help me do more damage. So it's crazy to me that even though I'm 30 plus games in learning Devil Jin, I'm still finding new ways to improve. But anyways, I do a nice read here, which then leads into a combo, and I did take the first round, but little did I know the absolute trauma this Alyssa was gonna throw at me. Next round, she's throwing her chainsaws at me, which can be punished. I just didn't know when it was. You're doing some moves I've never seen before.
I'm just in with a rocket launch.
And I'm playing badly by pressing into her combos, and yeah, she does get the perfect. It was starting to look up in the third round, and I was doing some nice stuff again, but then she started dropping a flipping head and shooting even more rockets at me, and I thought I could sidestep it.
Hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your...
She's throwing even more chainsaws at me, and my Devil Jin is struggling. And this move I kept sidestepping and I couldn't punish it. Next match is still the same thing, doing backflips. Now of course I'm still trying, so I do win a round, but that doesn't mean anything because I lose the next round anyways. And right now it is 2-1, and if I lose the next round, I've lost entirely, and it was looking like I was gonna win. But then I dropped the combo, and then I drop it again. At this point my blood was pumping, because even though I've got this life lead, I know the kind of BS this Alyssa is capable of, but thankfully, with the clock ticking down, I knew I was good, and especially since I got her with the jab check. But it's 2-2 right now. It was not looking good. My life was low, and she had the momentum. But then, until this day, I somehow dodged her mid-height and got a combo off. My heart was pumping, and if she knew what she was doing here, I could have lost right here, because I was very minus. And in a last-ditch attempt, she decides to do that. I don't know what that was. And in the end, I won. It was another close 2-2 and I was on 1 HP, but this is what dreams are made of. And she goes for a low and it was GG's. They even messaged me afterwards saying GG's, but since it was an Alyssa, I had no love for them. They were even speaking French, so I had to pull out Google Translate to help me. And in the end, they sent a kissing emoji, so I don't know what kind of demon time they were on. But we got a big issue, guys. We're already 15 minutes deep into this video and I've only played 40 games. So from now on, I do need to speed run some of the games, you know. So if I jump from 40 games to 50 games, like I just did now, you know why. But if this does happen, I'm just winning and losing games, and I'm doing this just to help with time, so this video ain't like an hour or two long. So game 49 I ended up promoting, and we're just gonna speed past Flame Ruler because nothing really happened in this rank. I did win and lose some games, but there really is nothing to show. But Battle Ruler was almost the death of me. At the start, everything was going smoothly. I was winning games easy, but once I reached 142,000 rank, I was hard stuck. And I kept losing and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I was getting so disrespected that people were even keep charging me. So I went back to the drawing board one more time so I could maybe learn something new. And that's when I discovered Momo Dog. Yo, where is he? Momo Dog is the highest ranking Devil Jin player, I think. Oh, there he is. Oh, I can see his stats. Should we send him a friend request? Oh. And he has loads of guys on his channel. And one of the things he said was,
because at these ranks, people waste their heat like crazy, they buff like crazy. Wait it out. Be patient.
patience. Something I struggled a lot in this game. When people were throwing their BS at me, I kept trying to overcomplicate things and go for parries or electrics, but that was not helping. And what I really needed to do was low risk frame traps and spacing. And without going into too much detail about frame traps, because to be honest, I don't really get it. I guess I can make a guide or a video for you guys and just copy what Momo said. But to be honest, you guys should just watch his video because he explains it really well. Basically, just focusing on defense, because a lot of people in these ranks whiff or go very minusing combos that can be easily punished. Spacing just involved me staying around this distance and just waiting for them to do something stupid. And defense is just blocking and waiting to punish them. And once I implemented this, I started winning again. And you can even see in my gameplay, I play completely different than how I was playing before. I'm actually watching my opponent and waiting for them to attack so I can punish. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my punishing ain't the best, but it's the little damage that actually goes a long way. I had to pull out the mic for this one, man. Everything that was said in this video comes to this moment. Nah, let me lock in, man. Oh, I keep forgetting he's waiting with a spring kick. Oh, no. Yes, no, it's not gonna kill though. I think it's gonna hop kick. Spring kick, yes. Okay, I don't want to get my homes too much up.
You be eating my booty when I be sleeping.
Okay, cool.
Do that nigga cut.
That's enough, we just wait for the whiff. I'm so flipping nervous, bro. Oh, this guy just breaks.
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
Come on. Please. Come on. Yo, my heart is pumping. I'm so nervous, bro. Just keep composed. Just keep. No. No, I'm so close. I should have just rage darted. Yes. No.
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Oh, shut up.
Yes. Oh my days! I didn't think I would do it.
It's been a long fight. It's been a long fight, and I just got.
This guy to the rematch. I'm good, buddy. Yo, guys, you don't understand how happy I am. Oh, I was sweating. I've been sweating for so long. Oh my god, how did they gonna make it, bro? So there you have it. I reached blue. Took a lot of guides, took a lot of sleepless nights listening to Lil Uzi Vert while I was practicing my reaction times, but I finally made it. But there's a bit of an issue. It's only game 75, which means I have 25 more games. This is me from the future. I've already played the 25 games. Let me just show you real quick. Similar to red and similar to purple actually, the people in blue ranks are basically the same level. Just like Flame Ruler, there's not really much to say in blue. But the good news is I actually did promote to Raijin, but then I lost it like straight away after that. But then I got it again. So after 100 games, I'm a Raijin player and I'm happy with that. I'll take that, to be honest. And my gameplay hasn't really changed that much. I'd say the only thing is now is that I hit combos more consistently and I feel like they're more nicer. I know that doesn't really make any sense. I feel like I'll do more cool stuff during my combos. You know, I might let some of these clips run, but I think they're really cool, especially this one with the war carry. I know it doesn't look too crazy, and I know there's crazier stuff out there, but to me, I think this is pretty cool. And that's the end of the challenge. I'm gonna make this outro quick because outros are pretty boring. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this. I actually really do appreciate it. A lot of hard work went into this video, so if you like my content, give me a subscribe, like this video. I'd really appreciate it. But I'll see you in the next video.